Good afternoon. We are here at the Mazatlan FC podcast, and here we are with Benjamin, Diego, Pedro, and Emilio. Friends, I want us to talk today about the techniques we learned in this semester. The techniques that I liked the most were adaptations, since it happens when something specific to a language culture is expressed in a totally different way that is familiar or appropriate for another linguistic culture. I like learning how to speak or say different things in other language. The other one that I liked the most, in my opinion, was modulation, since it consists of using a different phrase in the search language on the target language to convey the same idea. That was great this semester. Another technique that you guys like it.
Hello, Juan P. We are here on your Mazatlan FC podcast. And as they say, we are talking about the techniques we learned throughout the semester. The techniques that personally caught my attention were reformulation, which is to express something in a totally different way, such as when translating idioms or adversity slogans. And the other that personally caught my attention was literal translation, that it is a translation that closely follows the form of the source language and is also known as a word for word translation or as a formal equivalence. And I like that it follows the form of the source language more closely. And you, Pedro?
Good afternoon. From the Matlan FC team, as Juan Pablo said, this semester we learned many things about translation, and that helped use a lot, but it is especially like it too. One of them is compensation. In general terms, compensation can be used when something cannot be translated and its meaning is lost in a translate text, and the other one that I liked the most was the transposition that deals with the parts of speech that change when translated into French. For example, bleu, blue, or another example would be red and red. Good friends, that will be it. And you, what did you learn in the semester?
Good afternoon. Emilio speaks to you from the Masterland FSA podcast offices. I think my colleagues have already explained to me what this podcast consists of. So here is another of the translation techniques that we learned throughout the semester. One of them was translations of liquid, and techniques consist of the following: the structural or conceptual elements of the source language that are used cannot be direct translation. Without alternatives, the meaning or altering the grammatical and stylistic elements of the target language. And the other is the direct translation that also we learned throughout the semester, which can be used when the structural and conceptual elements of the source language can be translated into target language. And you, Diego?
Hello, friends. You know that today in the translation class I saw a podcast of Matlan FC and I learned about translation techniques. But personally, I really liked the topic of the one since it is taking the words directly from one language to another without translation, and also the word from the source. Language sounds much better and they generally don't use equivalency. Another thing that caught my attention was that it is a phrase taken from another language and translated literally, word for word, and some rulings can become widely accepted in the target language. And what it I did not like is that it can be extremely unnatural and provoke unwanted humor and upset. I hope you like what I said. Thank you.
And good friends, in this talk, if we learn the techniques that we learned in the semester, that the next one is better and take care. Bye.